As the son of a mixed-race couple and first-generation immigrants to this country from India and Sweden, my connection to the legacy of Pearl Buck and all that she stood for in her fight for equality among Asian Americans has great meaning. The repeal of the Chinese Exclusion Act had a profound impact with not just Chinese immigrants. As narrated by the U.S. Department of State, the repeal of the Chinese exclusion paved the way for measures in 1946 to admit Filipino and Asian Indian immigrants. The exclusion of both of these groups had long damaged U.S. relations with the Philippines and India. Pearl paved the way for so many, including my father's journey to this country from India, enabling him to capture the American dream by furthering his education, starting a family, a business, and supplanting his own legacy and contributions to this country. Pearl Buck was a visionary, a woman before her time, who possessed the bravery and courage to speak out against social, economic, and political injustice. Upon her return from China in her essay on discovering America, Pearl Buck stated, "I find we are all immigrants. When we cease to allow people to come in from all over the world, we shall ourselves begin to die, as other nations are dying. New people coming to a new country bring new impetus in themselves. They are a fresh infusion, uncomfortable perhaps, and even painful, but they are life. We cannot do without them." She concluded, "Our diversity remains our strength, our nature, and our safety." Next slide, please. The immigrant story is one that is based on resiliency, perseverance, and hope. Hope in search for a bright and prosperous future in a land of opportunity. Pearl Buck was a pioneer that opened doors for Chinese and Asian immigrants who not only built their roots in this country, but helped to build the fabric and foundation for industry and innovation through hard work and determination. While the contributions of Chinese Americans in the mid-19th century to the World War II era are undeniable, today we see the breadth and richness of Chinese American contributions across this country. Following is just a snapshot of the impact that the Chinese American community has had on our nation, not inclusive of the extraordinary influence on the myriad of cultural and artistic expressions. According to the Economic Intelligence Unit, 1 out of every 5 Chinese American men served in the U.S. Armed Forces during World War II. 1 in 25 aerospace engineers today in the U.S. are Chinese American. Today, 1/10 of working Chinese Americans are employed in healthcare and health-supporting occupations. From 2009 to 19, Chinese American employment in public administration grew by 68%, outpacing the growth of the Chinese American population and that of the public administration workforce as a whole. Since the repeal of the Exclusion Act, the contribution of Chinese Americans and their impact has resoundingly affirmed Pearl Buck's statement that the life and breadth of this nation rests on the backs and hearts of those who have faced and overcame great pains. While we still have a long way to go to continue the legacy of Pearl and others who have fought for equality and an end to prejudice and discrimination, days such as today should bring renewed impetus for all of us to collectively further the fight for justice and equality for all, coming from a place of understanding, recognition, and acknowledgement of the contributions of those who have preceded us. Now I would like to welcome the Henry family to the stage, Tom, Beth, and Ann.